Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you, I think, what's my highest ELO rating ever at 3555 using a non-XL team. I go on a huge run with this team over the past few days. I'm going to show you how I use it. A pretty unique team as well. You don't see too many Shadow Dragonite, Gengar, Empoleon lines and no XLs, which I like. But before we get into the crazy gameplay, which I'm excited to show you, huge shout out to Brandon Tan, a guy that I've been watching his videos for a long time in the community, the number1 XP player in the world, huge grinder, and makes amazing content. He was nice enough for his 500,000 subscriber special to give a shout out to 10 smaller Pogo content creators, and he included me. He was actually yeah, I was number 10 on his list of 10 creators and really caught me off guard. So if any of you are tuning in from Brandon's channel, thank you so much. My name is Chris. I'm from Wisconsin in the United States. If you don't know where it is, you could look it up. It's kind of near Chicago if you're from outside the US. And yeah, but really speaks to him as a dude. When he reaches a huge milestone like 500,000 subscribers, that takes a lot of dedication, hard work, time, commitment, creativity. That's not something that many people are able to do. And the first thing he wants to do is shout out and give back to others in the community. So it really shows the type of human being he is. And I appreciate his support of the channel, his shout out, and the fact that the big man himself knows who Rise is. So always kind of cool. But all that said, you guys want to see the battles? Here we do the battles, and we're going to get into some high-level battles. Right now, first game with the team up against the Asian Milkman. And some of you probably know the Asian Milkman. Shout out to him as well. Amazing battler, terrific streamer as well. Has a pretty big following on Twitch. And our team just lines up pretty well against his team so far, as you saw. Shadow Dragonite lead. He swaps into Skarmory since the Scrafty had a bad matchup. This is an amazing matchup for Empoleon. We take the Brave Bird. We know it's going to hurt, but just because Brave Bird's such a hard-hitting move, it's going to hurt. But we know we can take it. And we made sure to overfarm as much as possible without having to expend a shield, because this way we can get off a Drill Peck against the Scrafty. Unfortunately, I can't get to another Drill Peck. That would have been really nice, but this is still fine. I'm going to come in with Dragonite here, and I had a feeling he'd probably Power-Up Punch bait me here. So I tried to call it, and I was lucky. I was able to call the Power-Up Punch bait. And now I'm going for a Claw. I expect him to probably shield, right? Yeah, he shields. He's down 2 shields now. At this point, I'm like, I kind of got to start shielding because, well, actually, technically, I didn't really have to start shielding. And at this point, I was kind of losing my concentration. I was doing these sets like watching Netflix, to be honest. so I wasn't like fully top of my game when it comes to my counting. So he might have not even had the move. But then a Jelly comes in. I know it's 5 hexes for the Jelly to get to a Shadow Ball. And I know a Bubble Beam won't KO me from this range. So I know this is just a Bubble Beam. I'm going to store the Claw. I know that I can outpace the Jelly to a Punch before it gets to a Shadow Ball. So that's my plan. I just get to a Shadow Punch here. And Jelly has to go for a Shadow Ball here to take me out, in which case it'll be out of energy. And then I can just Claw for the win. So a pretty comfortable win against Asian Milkman. I didn't need to shield those Power-Up Punches, obviously. So I think I made it a lot closer than it needed to be. But I was just kind of playing it safe. So a nice win there to start out. Into game number 2, Shadow Dragonite versus Snorlax. So our back 2 Pokemon don't really want to see Snorlax. And I forget this one. I might misplay this one pretty bad. I forget. I shield the Body Slam. Kind of need to shield the Body Slam. It would do a lot to Dragonite. I farm up as much as possible. Get off a Claw, going for this next Claw right away. Unfortunately, he somehow wins CMP. He must have snuck in an extra lick compared to an extra Dragon Breath. Fortunately, it does still let me get off the Dragon Claw. That would have been terrible if it didn't. I get it off. And then our Dragon Breath registers first. So we win Switch, which is amazing, with only 1 HP. And obviously we go in Empoleon here. we're going to let this move go through no matter what. They Brave Bird, which does slightly more damage than Flame Charge would, even though it's resisted, just because Brave Bird's such a big move. So we chip away, and I make a bit of a mistake here. I probably should have just punched. I probably should have just punched right away, because I run the risk here of getting debuffed. And fortunately for me, I don't get debuffed, so that makes it a lot more comfortable here. But now I can just punch and farm down, because it does take Kingdra a while to get to its moves. I commit to a full farm down, and I commit to Sludge here because I thought I might be able to get to 2. Oh yeah, I do get to 2. Yep. So a situation where there wasn't really any reason for me to bait, because as long as I was able to time my moves correctly, I was going to be able to get to 2 Sludge Bombs. So 2-turn Shadow Claw versus 5-turn Incinerate, right? These are like advanced stuff that you should know at the higher levels of PvP. Like you want to throw 2 Shadow Claws or 7 Shadow Claws to minimize the amount of, before throwing your charge move, to minimize the amount of energy they get. I tried to catch an Icy Wind right there, but they didn't throw right away, so nice play by them. They tried to sneak in a Hex. I take the Shadow Ball. I'm going to try and CMP, but once again, they didn't throw right away. So this opponent's being a little tricky with their timing. They throw here. I don't want to expend a shield. I don't want to risk getting baited, and they do bait me. So a big no shield there. I'm going to Hydro Cannon again right away. And they are willing to commit both shields, which is pretty crazy to me. They really want switch. So they go down both shields, but they keep switch advantage. I'm able to Dragon Breath down. I'm expecting maybe there's like a G-Fisk, which there is. Because since they wanted switch so bad, they must have had a hard answer for this Dragonite. It felt like it was worth it. I Hurricane to chip. In comes a Bomb of Snow, and we're in pretty good shape here. They get to the move first, and we were desynced, so it actually wasn't a CMP there. They actually got there like 1 turn before. So now I know it's 4 Powder Snows for his next Weather Ball, and I know Gengar wins CMP against almost everything, so I CMP him there. I'm getting off some punches here, and we're in a pretty good situation now, still having a shield and knowing that Dragonite can probably finish the job. I do shield this, even though I know he probably has 2 Rock Slides, just because I know I have the punch, I win CMP, and apologies for the Discord messages popping up once again. These were like just me before I go to sleep. I think I was playing, or no, wait. No, I have the time there. It's 6:57. So what was I doing? Oh, you know what I was doing? Okay, controversial. I was on my couch watching Bachelor in Paradise during most of these battles. Bachelor in Paradise, yeah. Let me know if any of you guys watch it, the Bachelor series. You can make fun of me for watching it. That's all right. I find it very entertaining. Dragonite mirror match. We CMP tie. Luckily, I win CMP, so I'm like, all right, I'm comfortable taking shield advantage here, because even if I shield, I'm not sure that my Dragonite would win switch anyway. He stays in for a little bit. He stores a punch, and then he switches into Driftbloom. And normally when people switch and give up switch advantage, it means like they have another answer for this Empoleon in back. So I'm more inclined to just stay in here. I am going to shield this. Unfortunately, I get Icy Wind baited, which is pretty bad for me. Icy Wind, obviously double resisted, would not have done much damage at all. So it would have been really nice to call that bait, but Shadow Ball does like over half. So I'm actually going to double shield here. I correctly shield the Shadow Ball, and I should be able to Waterfall down. I do, which is great for me. I'm not sure what's going to come in, and I was expecting the Dragonite, and I should have thrown a Waterfall and then threw, because I basically just gave him an entire free Incinerate worth of energy. He switches in and Claws, which I think was a mistake. I think he should have waited for me to throw or something. But I'm able to switch here because I know he has to Brave Bird to take me out, and after the Brave Bird, 1 Waterfall is going to do the trick. So one of those games that like was very close in a sense, but it felt pretty comfortable to me, like a pretty comfortable win. Um, collecting some of our rewards there. Yeah, get a Stunfisk reward. And it's pretty crazy to be doing this well in Ultra Premier with a team that doesn't have any XLs. So I know Shadow Dragonite, some of you might not have your Dratini's like with Frustration off, you're waiting for another event, or that might be a little bit inaccessible. But I mean, Gengar and Empoleon I'd say are pretty accessible. There you see we reached 35, 55, which I'm pretty sure is my highest elo ever. And this next battle I included because this is an example. I don't want to just show my wins. I want to show my really bad misplays as well. Because I want you guys to know that I, by no means, am perfect with my gameplay. I'm far from it. Some days more than others. Some days I might make like almost no mistakes. Some days I'm making mistakes every single battle, it seems. So a great lead, right? Dragonite into Swampert. I shield once because you see how much the Hydro Cannon does, but I'm able to win the lead and have all this energy, and I make a huge mistake here. So in my head, what I was thinking was, I have all this energy on Dragonite. I don't want to just throw it away against this Skarmory. But what I didn't consider was I have like one of the hardest answers for the Skarmory in the game in my Empoleon. So I should have just done that. And you see we have a little bit of lag. So my timing was actually correct. I threw on 4 and then I threw on 3. So it should have been a CMP. But because there was lag, the Skarmory got an invisible air slash somewhere, which you might think I'm just making it up. But if you watch it, that is what happened. And so not only did we make a misplay ourselves with the switch, but then it gets combined with some lag, and it just puts us in a terrible spot. We are able to catch the Power Whip on the Dragonite, which is a nice play. I go for a Claw here because I'm expecting a shield. I do get the shield. I'm not going to get to a Hurricane, so another Dragon Claw here just for chip damage. And I really got to get to this Duropeck. We're 1 away, so we just have to hope that he's not doubled up right now. And unfortunately, he was doubled up on the Power Whip. So really nicely done by our opponent, and also really poorly done by us. We're battling at 35, 55 elo, and we didn't make the right plays there at that elo range that you have to make in order to win. It started with the lead scenario, right? I win the lead. He comes in with the Skarmory. My instinct was I want to preserve this energy and safe swap into my Gengar, and hopefully he switches out. But he just stayed in, and then we weren't able to line up things how we wanted. Then we had Empoleon on Ferrothorn, and also Dragonite's energy wasn't even much use anyway. It would have been the same basically usage against the Skarmory as it was against the Ferrothorn. So if we had literally just stayed in that matchup with our Dragonite against the Skarmory, unleash a Hurricane, unleash Dragon Claws, either way, and then just let it go down, Empoleon takes the energy, and then assuming the Ferrothorn was running Mirror Shot and Power Whip, then we would have been able to, then Gengar should be able to take a Mirror Shot, Power Whip Ferrothorn. So you saw some really nice gameplay over the course of this set, and also some gameplay where I made like a really bad mistake. But it's not about the mistakes, it's about learning from the mistakes and trying to correct them and make them as few times as possible. Thank you guys for watching this video. 35-55, once again, pretty crazy, bro. Every season we seem to be hitting our new record high. This is also I think 35-55 also got me to like 25 on the leaderboard, so pretty cool with that. And yeah, thanks so much for the support. One more shout out to the man himself, Brandon Tan, for the shout out. I couldn't believe it. I got a few comments on my birthday stream highlight video saying came here from Brandon, and I was like, came here from Brandon, like Brandon 10, and then I looked at his channel and saw his 500K special where he shouted out a bunch of awesome fellow YouTubers. So, man, can't thank him enough. Can't thank you all enough, because we wouldn't be here at 20,000, almost 21,000 subscribers without all of you. And, you know, it's like I said, with Brandon 10 reaching 500K, that's a ton of work, effort, dedication to achieve that. A lot of creativity, and it's not easy by any means, but it's important to reach high with your goals and your aspirations. And that's somewhere one day down the road I'd like to be. I don't even want to think about 500K right now. I think first you got to set your mind to like 30K, and then 40, then 50, then maybe 100. So that's a long time away, but you know, I do enjoy this a lot. And if I'm able to, I've been thinking lately, like, if I want to spend more of my time focusing on my real job, like my full-time job with commentary and esports commentary and sports commentary, or if I want to spend more time focusing on content creation and try and grow this, so this could eventually be my full-time job. Things I'm considering. Still young, just turned 23, right? So I've got a little bit of time to figure things out, but just gonna work my butt off in the meantime, and we'll see where the stars align. Okay, all that said, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.